They're tiny, they're toony, they're all a little loony. Here's your look at the new Kidrobot Tiny Toon Adventures Vinyl Keychains series. Now, certainly a big thank you to the folks over at Kidrobot for supplying this early case. This is slated to release May 3rd, so actually by the time you're watching this video, these are now available at your local comic book store, or one better, www.kidrobot.com. You can swing on over there, and they've got a shop in which you can purchase these for yourself. We're going to have a look at an entire case, my friends and colleagues of the mob. Entire case, by the way, is 3 in the front, 4 in the back. That gives you 12, and times 2. We're going to be looking at, yes, you guessed it, simple math, you're looking at an entire case of 24. Now these are keychains, and with keychains being the case, these are slightly smaller boxes than what we normally would see with the vinyl series. They're still made from Kidrobot, and you still get the quality that Kidrobot provides. Let's have a look at some of the ones available. Now there's Calamity Coyote, here's Little Beeper, there's Bookworm, there's Hampton J. Pig, Barky Marquise, and then there's Babs Bunny. And then on the other side, if you flip it around to the other side, Dizzy Devil, Furball, Fifi, there's Buster Bunny, Sneezer, and Dodo Go-Go. A lot of cool little keychains inside, and like I said, can't wait to get these opened up. Mark it on your calendar, mark it on your arm. Don't mark it on the family dog, whatever you do. Mom and Dad isn't going to like that very much, but mark it down. May 3rd is Tiny Toon Adventures Day. Well, actually, that's not legitimately the name across the nation, but we might as well just call it Tiny Toon Day. May 3rd, you can pick these ones up. So we're going to go ahead and open up the first one with my accompanied partner in crime. That's probably the bad way to describe a knife, but this is my partner, Old Reg. She's going to assist me with getting these opened up, and we're going to open up each and every one of them until all 24 have been fully revealed and fully disclosed to you, the viewing audience. First introduced in this is, let's have a look here, a foil bag. And from the foil bag, we'll open this up. Anybody watch Tiny Toon Adventures? I know that's probably rather redundant to be saying a lot of people watched Tiny Toon Adventures growing up. I loved Tiny Toon. I think Tiny Toon Adventures for me used to be something that I would watch when I came home from school. It was on at 4 or 4:30 here in Canada. And I always loved growing up with the original Looney Tunes, so for me this was just an extension to that. And I always liked the episodes in which they had real stars in it. Well, not legitimately real stars, but I think there was one episode where Hampton and I think Plucky, they were working at a restaurant and they had to park the Batmobile. I'm really struggling with opening. I might not open up the keychain for every single one of these because it looks like it's very considerably taped. But I vividly remember them parking. They had to park the '89 Batmobile. And that just a sight as a kid to be able to see them driving around in a cartoon Batmobile was pretty cool, I have to admit. So the first introduction into the new Tiny Toon keychains, we're introduced to Bookworm. And again, I may not take every single one of the keychain wrappers off. You could probably see how extensively involved that was. I have to admit, though, for their size, these are cute little renditions of the Tiny Toon characters. Now, these being keychains, one thing that will be left off the mix here is arm swivels and head swivels, both of which would have been available on larger vinyl figures. So we have Bookworm. We're going to put him right over there. And also, too, I just want to show you also, you can use this as a keychain, or what you can also do, too, is you can detach this. Kind of have to get your finger back there. Detach this, and you can just pull these off all together. So say if you want to put multiples on, or if you want to just attach this to something like a knapsack or a backpack, you could do that. You can hang this from maybe inside your locker if you're a big fan of Bookworm. But don't worry, there's going to be a whole lot more we're going to be going through. After all, there are 24 of these, so this is one of those longer videos. Longer for me to certainly be talking in, longer for you, the viewing audience, to be sitting and watching. So maybe a good time to pause this video. You want me just to pause the video? Okay. I wondered how many people actually thought for a second the video was paused. No, I didn't really pause it. If you do want to pause this video, run and scurry down the stairs, maybe going, eee! You can run downstairs, grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a sandwich, grab yourself a drink, come back upstairs, don't forget to do that, and then you can watch the rest of this video. Certainly, if you don't mind, the rest of us will pursue this, because after all, if you've paused this, I mean, time initially, you've stopped time. This is a power that only you possess, only you, that one viewer that's currently watching this and now has just paused this. You have paused time. Don't look outside, don't look outside. You're looking out, no, don't look outside. You'll still see stuff moving. Just believe me that you can stop time with your hand and the mouse, or if you have a keyboard. The next one that we have is Furball. I always really liked Furball, kind of like a little smaller version, of course, Sylvester the Cat. One of my favorite tiny Looney Tunes characters was Sylvester the Cat. Instead of being black like Sylvester, Furball here is more of a blue. And even like the side whiskers are also a lighter shade of blue. Now, you'll excuse me for the rest of this review if maybe I don't take the wrap off. I mean, obviously you saw what was involved to take that off, so I'm just going to leave it for the time being. I guess you could still, no, you can't quite get your finger in there to detach it for the rest of the keychain. But there is Furball. Just kind of give you a size comparison. There's Furball right alongside Bookworm. They're about the same height. Furball's just a little bit taller. Just a little bit taller. I'm looking also back at the box. I beelined myself back to the box just to show you that Furball actually is one of 24. And while we're also at it, Bookworm is one of 24 as well. So that means you can probably guess it right off the bat. That is the only time we're going to see him in here. Both of them. Those are the only times we're going to see them. So kind of get as much in as you can. Spend some quality time with both of them if you can. Because we're going to move on. We're going to push forward. And you're not going to be seeing them again. But you may very well see them at the very end of this review, where I talk about my favorite collectibles that we just opened up. I like to pick my top 3, if you will. The gold, the silver, and the bronze. There's nothing wrong with getting bronze, my friends. Can't all get participation trophies. What do we got going on here? Well, we got ears covering the eyes. Let's just, can you move them a little bit out of the way? There we go. There we go. This is Barky Marquise. Now, I can't help but notice, like on the box here, it looks like the ears are slightly off to the side. Is there posability? I don't want to gamble the chance. Okay, you can move the ears slightly out of the way. What a mug. And a slightly smaller body. I love the fact that it's got a big, large head, a big melon of a head, and a smaller body with an even smaller tail. I'm trying to remember, actually, the Looney Tunes version of this. I don't think it was Rex. Definitely not Barky Marquise. And I didn't even think the name of the dog was Barky Marquise, but that's actually what it says right there. Barky Marquise. I'm trying to think of what the was. It's going to come to me. I'm sure it's going to come to me. The larger dog from Looney Tunes. Somebody right now is screaming at the computer. Mom's downstairs like, what are you yelling at? I'm yelling the name of the dog to this reviewer, mother. Yes, I am. Yes, I'll be downstairs for Meatloaf in a second. What's the name of that dog? The dog, it will come to me. I'm sure it will come to me. In the meantime, we're going to push forward with this review. In a matter of moments, just like that. Except for the person that still has this video paused. We've managed to go through, now this is the 4th box. We accomplished so far 3 boxes. And in the 3rd box, or in the 4th box, we get ourselves a duplicate, another Barky Marquise. I'm a little worried about the ears, unfortunately, this being a keychain, that the ears get bent. But I guess in a lot of cases for these keychains, people are more likely inclined to collect them and not necessarily use them legitimately as keychains. I mean, my keychains, as it stands right now, are quite extensive with so many little keychain collectibles and stuff on it. Often at times I forget that there's actually keys on it. Where's my keys? Where's my keys? Well, it's on your keychain. No, but no, it's not on my keychain. Oh, right, yeah, it is. It's on my keychain. We're going to go ahead and open up the 5th box, making about halfway the progress through the top layer of this box here. And all of these videos, these unboxing videos, is one cut. No edits. No, we don't do edits for this kind of... It's only of the wherewithal of this reviewer to come up with witty things that we could talk about while we're opening up these boxes. Now, what you're looking at is not Fluffball. I have to just kind of correct that quickly by its size and the fact that the coloring is slightly different from one another. a smaller Wily Coyote, perhaps? Well, actually, this is Calamity Coyote. Calamity Coyote. Cute. Wily Coyote, also one of my favorites from the original Looney Tunes. I don't remember too much of Calamity in the original Tiny Toon Adventures, but to be fair, it was a while that I watched the original Tiny Toon Adventures. Have it on DVD now. Just never get around to watching those things. Let me know whilst I cut this, let me know down below who your favorite Tiny Toon Adventures character is. Do you like Buster? Do you like Babs? Who do you like? Let me know down below. Now, there are, of course, some missing from here. There's like, what, Montana Max and Elvira? I think those are missing, obviously. I'm looking on the, obviously, on either side. They're nowhere to be found, so maybe there's going to be a Series 2. In the meantime, we've got ourselves another Calamity Coyote. Right there. Still with the wrap located on the top. I'm just going to leave that for the time being. I must say the coloring on these are really always quite good. Once again, no posability if you're just tuning in right now. I don't even know how that's possible. One person has the ability to freeze time. Another person has the ability to jump ahead in time. I'm flattered, by the way, for the time jumper that you're deciding to watch this video of all things. Instead of being able to kind of foresee when hover cars come into play, or if you want to buy yourself an almanac and then, know what every single team is going to win. But I'm flattered. I'm legitimately touched, I have to admit. So touched that you chose to watch this video. Thank you, Time Jumper. Make sure you like the video down below. You don't have to reveal who you are, Time Jumper, but thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. What else do we have in here? Well, we have Mr. OG, we have Buster Bunny. I was going to say Babs Bunny, Buster Bunny. Buster Bunny, by the way, is 2 of 24. I'm not just time jumping to tell you that. I looked on the box. I cheated a little bit. It's 2 of 24. He's a little bit smaller than Furball, and is about the same size as Calamity, give or take about the same size. I'm guessing it's his tongue that's sticking out. Let's have a look here. I'm looking on the box. It's hard to kind of see there. Kind of looks like he's got like a little red mark there. Looking on both sides. Well, I only really need to look on this side. Maybe I guess that is his tongue. Sticking his tongue out to everybody. There you go. Let's hope we at least get ourselves a Babs. I would imagine we are if we're making progress, you and me and Time Jumper makes 3. We're making progress through the top tier, so I would imagine at some point through the entire endeavor, we're going to probably get ourselves a Babs Bunny. It would feel so absent, so empty, if we didn't get ourselves a Babs Bunny to go with the previously looked at Buster Bunny. The next one, speaking of Buster Bunny, we got ourselves another Buster Bunny. And actually, just to double check this, just to go back and discuss what we had already discussed, clearly you can see, yes, that is supposed to be there. I guess that is his tongue sticking out there. And there's the back. Okay, so we'll put those over there. So we've got 2 Barky Marquise, we got 2 Calamities, and we now have 2 Buster Bunnies. And just cross-referencing that to the box. Yes, Buster Bunny is actually 3. Did I say 2? Time Jumper should have told me. 3 Buster Bunnies, and just flip it around on the other side, 2 Barky Marquies, 2 Calamities. So we've already gotten our full quota for Calamities and Barky Marquis. Let's go ahead and open up the next box. Did I mention as well that you should be able to find these now, because May 3rd is Tiny Toon Adventures Day. It's not really it's not really, you won't find it on the calendar. Somebody right now is scurrying across the kitchen, knocking over their small younger brother to get to the calendar, only to realize that this fibber face on the other side of the camera told him of a day that doesn't exist. Here he was thinking, oh great, I'm going to get school off. I'm going to call in, or my mom's going to call in and say, yeah, Jeremy can't make it in today because it is Tiny Toon Adventures Day. Teacher would probably dispute that and still make you come in. So it's not actually legit Tiny Toon Adventures Day, but we might as well make it Tiny Toon Adventures Day. May 3rd Tiny Toon Adventures Day at your local comic book stores, and of course Kidrobot.com. Got ourselves another Buster Bunny. Buster Bunny. I like his red t-shirts. Very, again, nicely painted on these pieces. We are almost coming down to the wire. Wire really being only the top tier. Then we're going to go downstairs to the basement, and we're going to hang out down there for a bit. And while we're down there, we're of course going to open up another 12 boxes. I told you, this is a long video. This is one of those videos that you want to commit to. Get yourself a beverage, get yourself something, even like put your feet up. If you have like a little stool, I don't know, some people do that. Some people just like stack books and rest themselves. Some people also rest themselves on the family dog. I don't really am not from the school that I think you should be putting your feet on the dog. That's just me. We've got ourselves Babs Bunny. There's Babs. And to go along now, finally, the duo, Babs and Buster Bunny. Montana Max has money. There you go. There's two of them. And let's grab the last or second last box. Grab that from the top. Usually songs are always about starting from the bottom, working your way up to the top. It usually has like a jingle beat in the background. This is actually the opposite. We're not actually moving up the corporate ladder. We're kind of progressively dropping down, one more tier down. I wonder if there is a song about starting from the top and working your way to the bottom. That would be a song from a rapper or a singer that probably isn't very successful, that they understand that really what you're rapping is what you're living. And if you're living the mentality that you start from the top and work your way to the bottom, you've got reverse logic, my friends. I'm thinking your albums aren't doing very well. Never heard of that song? There's a reason why. There's a reason why you haven't heard of that song. So moving along, starting from the top, working our way to the bottom, we got ourselves another Babs Bunny. Montana Max has money. There's Hampton, there's Plucky, Dizzy Devils. Every time I say Tiny Toons, I feel so compelled to sing the song, but I don't know the full words. So, you would get into the middle of that, especially if you decide, like, if you're in the car with somebody driving to work, maybe you carpool, I don't know, and songs on the radio, and you immediately jump right in, and you don't realize until you're already fully invested, singing loudly. You realize only when you get to that point that you don't know the words to one part. And then there's it's so awkwardly embarrassing where you start mumbling that one part. You're like, and I jumped, and I ran, and then you're like, and then the person that you're with always looks over and says, you don't know that part of the song, do you? No, I don't. What I do know, though, is we got ourselves another Babs Bunny. Another Babs. So we've got a little bit of pink paint there on the side of her face. Again, a neat little collectible. All right, so we are now working on to the bottom section here. And let's just do a quick tally, a reflection of life and the collectibles as a whole. We did get a Calamity Coyote. We still don't have Little Beeper. We did get a Bookworm. No Hampton. We did get a Barky, and we did get ourselves Babs. So we're missing Little Beeper. We're also missing Hampton J. Pig, I think, of this side. Flipping around to the other side, we don't have Dizzy Devil. We did get Furball. We don't have Fifi. We do have Buster. We don't have Sneezer. And we don't have Dodo Go-Go. So we are missing on this side 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yay, I can count. So we're going to go ahead and open up the next box. Progressively, again, making our way through this entire haul until 24 have been successfully, like to think successfully, have been opened up. Grabbing my knife, my ever diligent, loyal knife. We have ourselves Fifi, sort of the female version of Pepe Le Pew. Another one of my favorite characters from Looney Tunes. I'm really kind of I'm listing pretty much everybody from Looney Tunes. I can't think if there's many characters I didn't really like from the Looney Tunes days. We have Fifi, which actually, if you look at Fifi, because of the tail, a much bigger, get out of the way, much bigger tail than Buster Bunny. Much bigger figure, I should say, than Buster Bunny. And really all of that is because of the tail. Get out of the way. Yeah, get out of the way, is all because of the tail there. Again, very vibrant colors on both these pieces. Collectively, my takeaway on all of these would be the fact that they have very bright colors, something that Kidrobot is really known for doing. We're going to go ahead and open up the next box. I'm anxious to see what Hampton's going to look like. And also, that can't help but be then reminded the fact that we did get a Hampton, but there's no Plucky Duck anywhere in this mix. So maybe we may get ourselves a Plucky Duck with Series 2 of the Kidrobot Tiny Toon Adventures Keychains. Get that all out. There we go. Got a little stuck there. And we got ourselves Little Beeper. Let me just straighten it. There we go. Little Beeper. It doesn't have what I thought initially was tail articulation. Turned out not to be tail articulation. This one is sticking out its tongue. Now, where is Calamity? Right there. There's Calamity. A good pairing of the two there. You would feel so, again, empty, and don't want to remind people too much of the emptiness that exists out there in the world. But there is a bit of an emptiness that would have happened if perhaps we didn't get Little Beeper, but we did get, you know, Calamity, or vice versa. So I'm glad the fact that Kidrobot pairs both of these. For a Buster, you get a Babs. For a Calamity, you get a Little Beeper. Let's open up the next one here. Very deep stuff going on this channel. It's not always just about unboxings. We like to fully examine life and, you know, the frustrations, the limitations, if you will. Certainly no limitations here in the way of unboxing all 24 boxes of the brand new, there we go, of the new Tiny Toon Adventures. There is Hampton J. Pig. Finally. Woo, I can just pack up shop and go home right now. Oh wait, I am home. I have nowhere else to be. Hampton J. Pig. Unfortunately, again, a little sad. We didn't get ourselves Plucky. But nonetheless, we did get ourselves Hampton, and just for, again, some size comparisons. Hampton's a little bit bigger than Buster. Hampton is about the same size as Furball. About the same size, give or take. And what's another size comparison we can do? How about against Calamity? About the same size there as well. Well, once you include, of course, the ears. This is, what are we looking at here? We got 1, 2, we got 6, we got 7, we got 8. I don't know why I spent so much time counting to 8. This would now be the 9th. The 9th last box. Let me just clarify by saying it's the 9th last box that we're going to be opening up. Open. And get the wrapper going on here. I must say I'm rather impressed that this video, from what I can see, is only about 23 minutes in length. This will, of course, get a little longer the more this guy yammers on and unboxes more of these. We've got ourselves another Fifi. And luckily, by the way, Fifi does not smell. Not yet, at least. Psh, no, not here. Not here, not ever. Another Fifi. Put her right over there. We are now down to 8 boxes, my friends and colleagues. If you are, by the way, enjoying content like this, feel free, by the way, to hit that little subscribe button down below. Not only is there a subscribe, you could, in theory, hit subscribe right here. Not, well, it's just below this video. Or right here, right there, there's a little red subscribe. It says subscribe and there's a little red arrow, and click that if you haven't done so already. You don't have to openly admit that you haven't subscribed yet to this channel. It's okay. You can do it in the privacy of your own house. Yes, I did say privacy in your own house. Another Hampton J. Pig to add to the mix. That gives us now 2 Hamptons. Let's quickly check back to our source material. And Hampton is 2 of 24, so we have now met our quota. Hampton's done. We've got ourselves some whole goopity goop all over the place. There's a little bit of glue that kind of looks like spider webbing. It's not spider webbing, not that I'm sure of, at least. Not unless Kidrobot has employed spiders to seal these boxes shut. Spider webbing, after all, I don't know if you know this, is a lot cheaper medium than using glue. It's a little bit safer for the environment as well. So many companies really are employing spiders. You know, of course, when spiders aren't catching flies and doing their regular spider business. Spiders are also working for companies like Kidrobot. Their benefits are really good. The coffee is free. You don't have to worry too much about coffee. If you like creamer or if you like regular sugar. Raw sugar, though, I mean, Spiders have made requests, but the company isn't willing to spend the extra money. I mean, really, anywhere you go, to ask any company to shell over the money for raw sugar, it isn't going to happen, my friends. You have to go with the regular sugar. Just be content with the regular sugar, or you can get the sweetener, or you can really just bring in your own raw sugar. But then some people just complain, like, I shouldn't have to bring in my own raw sugar for coffee. Spiders can be like that, very temperamental every once in a while. Yeah, they do a great job and all, but they get so needy after a while. I want this, I want that, I want raw sugar. Well, everybody wants raw sugar, Mr. Spider, but it just isn't going to happen. Yeah, I know, you do good work, but don't make the demands like that. Just enjoy the fact that the employer has decided to bring a whole bunch of you guys in, and that you are working hard, making a good living, and bringing home the idea that not only are you bringing home a paycheck, but you did something good that day. You can walk home and you can say to your wife, your small little spiderlings, you know what? Daddy did good today. And the kid goes up just looking up at Dad, one lone tear coming down his spider face, and he says, Daddy, you always do good. And they all hug. Now you imagine what kind of a hug multiple spiders would have, because they would have 8 legs. Now only 6 of those legs would actually hug one another, because technically, if you think about it, 2 legs still has to have them standing up. They can't do a full 8-legged hug. It just doesn't work that way. Come on, guys. You should know spiders by now. No, when you get a spider hug, you get all 6. You get 6. In fact, actually, I think that's even one of the slogans that spiders say among one another. Buddy, you're getting all 6. And then they get the 6-legged hug. What are we talking about here? Raw sugar, spiders working for Kidrobot. What's happening here? What we do have, though, is Dodo Go-Go. Finally, a Dodo Go-Go. I love Dodo Go-Go. I don't think I ever said Dodo Go-Go every single time he was on TV. I probably just said Go-Go. There is Go-Go, the Dodo. Love it. Little umbrella for the top of his hat. I guess that is his head. Again, no posability on these, but really cool little keychains. By the way, spiders, you guys are doing a good job. I know just in my last rant, about a minute or so ago, I ranted about you guys making demands and stuff, but you guys do good work. I can see why Kidrobot, not fully disclosed that Kidrobot does hire spiders, by the way, but in my own imagination, I think you guys are doing great jobs. Great jobs over at Kidrobot with the spiders. I don't really even like spiders. I don't even know why I'm talking about spiders. But we got ourselves another Dodo named Go-Go, and we can add him over to the mix. He might actually be kind of revealing my hand early. He might actually be one of my favorites from this set. Did I just give that away? I might have just given that away. Well, we have 4 boxes left. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's get going, shall we? The next one. No, it's not Chuck E. Cheese. I know, it kind of looks like Chuck E. Cheese. It's actually Sneezer. Sneezer. And in the process of doing so, I dropped a whole bunch of boxes onto the side. Try to keep everything nice and clean onto the other side here. The virtual maid, of course, isn't around anymore, so I have to clean up my own mess. Should really employ the spiders, but I'm not willing to spend the money on raw sugar. You can forget about it. Got a Sneezer. Little Sneezer. I guess his larger counterpart would be that big giant rat. You know, there's always that episode where it's this little tiny mouse getting chased around by Sylvester, and then it runs around the corner, and then there's this giant mouse. You know the one. You know the one. Well, this is Sneezer. Kind of, again, looks like the mascot from Chuck E. Cheese. Just saying. We got 3 boxes left to go. 3 boxes left to go. For anyone that was just keeping track of this. And we're almost edging up to, in fact, actually, if you factor in like intro times and everything else, we're past the 30-minute mark. You guys are doing a fantastic job of sticking around and watching this. Thank you, by the way, for doing that. We are also finishing up what was left of the characters that we didn't get before. For example, we've now got Dizzy Devil. And just a quick tally once again. Dizzy Devil, I think, finishes off. Yes, it does. On one side, it finishes off. On the other side, yes, as well, A2, which means, not in Francais, but it means that we finished off the set. Fine work, guys. Fine work. You always do a good job. Aw, giving you all 6. We did finish off the set, guys. The full entire set of the new Tiny Toon Adventures vinyl keychains. You, me, and the little spider group wouldn't make 3, but we did it all together. And just for good measures, obviously we're going to open up the last 2 boxes because I want to see what quantity values. Somebody from the back of the mob yells, well, why don't you just look on the back of the box? No, no, no. Physically, we're going to find out what's left and which figures we're going to get left over. Just so that you guys can see availability on these. After all, if you are interested in picking these ones up for yourself, whether you go to a comic book store or you want to even order yourself some from Kidrobot.com, you may want to know how many you get of each figure. Now this would tell us that Dizzy now has 2 that we can add to the group that's hanging out over here. And last but certainly not least, the final box. I'd like to thank my family for supporting me over the years. I'd also certainly like to thank the sun for always rising in the morning and just giving me that warm little hello. Just, hey buddy, it's time to get up. Just want to thank everybody that was involved in making this a great success. Also like to thank the folks over at Kidrobot, by the way. There we go. For taking the time and sending this over my way so I was able to show you guys a final sneezer and the final figure from the new Tiny Toon Adventures vinyl keychains. Now, as we've, of course, finished off all of them, everything in here is empty and completely gone and opened up. Now, we're going to go back and I'm just going to tell you my top 3 favorites. It may not be Buster, it may not be Babs, but I would say Go-Go is probably definitely one of them. I'm not sure if I would say he's my 3rd or 2nd or 1st, but he is definitely my top 3. We'll decide later in a second. I also really like Barky. Barky Marquise, actually, that's his name right there. I keep wanting to call him something else. I still don't know the name of that dog. Somebody's going to tell me. I'm probably going to say he is... I don't know yet. I don't know. Leave it with me. Leave it with me. Runners up, I would almost even go with Dizzy, but I'm going to say my other favorite is Furball. Now, based on the ones that we've looked at here, I think I might actually do it in the exact same order that I looked at or selected them. I'm going to go with Go-Go as number 3. I am going to go with Barky Marquise as number 2. Even saying that, it reminds me of Marky Mark. And I'm going to go with Furball as my number 1. The gold, the silver, and the bronze. What are your favorites from this new lineup of the Tiny Toon Adventures vinyl keychains from the folks over at Kidrobot? Let me know down below your top 3, and we can certainly discuss that. Again, if you guys are interested in picking these ones up for yourself, Tiny Toon Adventures, official, not so official, Tiny Toon Day was May 3rd, 2019, which means, ergo, you should be able to find these now at your local comic book stores, any place that sells vinyl figures and Kidrobot pieces, and most definitely, you can go to www.kidrobot.com and you can order these right now. Today we were having a look, discussing raw sugar, discussing the work ethics of spiders, and of course, most definitely, we were having a look at the new Kidrobot Tiny Toon Adventures vinyl keychains. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you to the Time Jumper, by the way, as well, for visiting this channel. Feel free to comment down below. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit that little subscribe button down below. If you guys also want to go back and have a look at some of my other Kidrobot. I have done a lot of unboxings over the years. If you guys want to collectively go to one group, one section, kind of one thing that bring everything together like Lord of the Rings, if you want to check out the playlist that covers all the Kidrobot unboxings, there's a playlist located on this channel. Feel free to give that a gander and let me know what you guys think. More videos like this will be coming your way. I'm going to do some more unboxings from Kidrobot, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.